I'm calling this meeting to order, and we get started with the roll call first of who all is here, or the approval of the minutes.
The roll call, there you are. The roll call would be first. And Ava, you probably don't have that list. I can send it to you quickly here.
Is there, I think that I can just get the list from the minutes because it says who's absent and who's not. So
Okay, great.
All right. So is there any sort of do I need to go in alphabetical order or do I just?
For today, it's okay.
Okay. The only issue is that I don't have everybody's school. So
That's
I only
okay. That's okay. We'll make do today.
Okay. All right. So starting roll call, Michael Gallagher. Well, Brooke is not here. Litzy Castillo.
Present.
Okay. Daniel Reyes.
Present.
Nasi Bongweni.
Present.
Giselle Guerrero Hernandez.
Present.
All right. Simran Vadgama. Okay. Jacob Taylor.
Present.
Sarah May. Kabari Walker. Caleb Houston. Dayanara Lopez. Cameron Allen.
Present.
Michaela is not here. Nadapat Rugrat. Daniel Ochoa. Cade Brady. Comlin Thon. Alyssa McClinic. Almari Williams. And is there anybody's name who I did not call? Okay, roll call is finished.
Is my camera working better, Miss Jamie? Okay.
And you just went away. We saw you and then you went away. Now we see you.
You see me? Okay. Then would everyone please look over the minutes to make sure there aren't any need for corrections, names, or absences?
If no one has any corrections, someone could make a motion to approve.
I
Is that the first motion?
and I second that motion.
Alrighty, perfect. The minutes have been approved.
Hold on now.
Alrighty.
First motion?
Oh,
Who made the first motion?
pardon me?
Who made the first motion?
I think Jacob did. Jacob
Okay.
did.
Okay, and then someone seconded. Was it you, Ava? Okay, so now Addison, you have to call for the roll call vote. So you just look at the screen and just go person by person and ask them how they would like to vote, yay or nay.
Okay. Nasi Bongwini,
Yes.
Ava Banner,
Aye.
Jacob Taylor.
Aye.
Daniel Reyes,
Aye.
Giselle Guerrero,
Aye.
Lizzie Oliveira.
Aye.
Alrighty. The minutes have been approved.
Oh, Addison, don't forget to vote yourself too, okay?
Oh, I was forgetting. Addison Truzy, aye.
Good, good. Thank you.
Alrighty, so next up on our agenda, we have committee discussion and updates. So if we could have the spokesperson for each committee speak on any news or upcoming events.
And Amy, we may need you to help out if you don't mind. I know that these are everything has been progressing, so we should have information to share.
So Cameron had to re-log in. So I will share with you all. He's been working on the newsletter, and I'm going to go ahead and share that with you just so you can see where he's working on it. One thing that Giselle, since you're on here, I'm going to go ahead and ask you if you can send him what you are planning on doing next year and a picture so we can get you in the newsletter. So the articles still need to be, we have lots more pictures we can put in, edit them a little bit here. I see this. And then the senior spotlight is where we're still needing some pictures and a little blurb about what you're planning on doing. So Giselle, can you get that to Cameron by, I'm trying to think, by the end of the week at the latest, but maybe by tomorrow?
Yeah, I can.
Great. So once we have this done, I'll go ahead and send it out to you all. And that way you all can see it before it's sent to City Council. It'll go in the City Council report will be sent next Wednesday. So I need this to be finished by Friday. Okay. So that's the newsletter. And then the government relations committee, that report to council is June 14th. Ava has already offered to do that. Brooke is going to be out of town, so she's not going to be able to do that with Ava. So we really need someone else to commit to June 14th at 4:30 to help Ava with the presentation to City Council. Is anyone available?
Will that be virtual or in person?
It will be in person unless something changes. We want you to go ahead and plan for it to be in person, but we will let you know if it changes. But planning to be there is a lot better than last minute all of a sudden having to be there. So plan to be there in person. So 4:30, a little bit earlier. So is anyone available to do that? June 14th. That'll be after school's out.
If it's virtual, I can help Ava. However, I'm gonna be out of the country, so I will not be able to attend in person. If it's virtual, I can. If not, I cannot, unfortunately.
Gotcha.
Do we have anyone who, and thank you for that, Lindsay. Do we have anyone who can be a co-presenter in person with Ava on that day at that time at City Hall.
I will be able to be in person with her and help her with the presentation.
Okay. Thank you, Addison.
Thank you. And I will send you all the report tomorrow, and you can look, you'll have time to look over that. Like I said, it just gets sent to City Council next Wednesday, but then you all won't present it till the 14th. So you'll have plenty of time to look over it. You can do a PowerPoint. I'm happy to help you with that PowerPoint as well. We've done a few of them in the past, so we can look at what we've done in the past and see how we can do that. But so Ava and Addison, you won't be on your own. We definitely will help you prior, but you will be on your own when you present. All right. And then community projects, then we can just go on, I would assume, to the next on the agenda, the annual report or the annual project.
With the annual project completion, we're talking about the mental health bags being passed out to different schools. I think that we were able to get them to, pretty sure it was Reagan, Tabor. I think Brooke took them to Middle College as well. So we had quite a bit of schools that were able to be reached with our project.
Yes, you all did an outstanding job on that project. So major kudos to you, YAC. Major kudos. So congratulations on completing the annual project. I'm sure that the YAC mental health packs will be very helpful to a lot of your peers, because as you all know, mental health is very, very critical these days. And we've been hearing a lot more about that and the importance of it in our local community as well as everywhere. And so I think that you all have done a really, really good, positive thing for your peer group here locally by just letting them know that somebody is thinking about them, and by having some stress relieving items in those packs for them. So again, I think it was a great, great job. So congratulations.
Absolutely. The next thing on our agenda is the Youth Expression Wall end of the year celebration, which is on June 10th, coming up really soon.
Actually, about that, I was hoping, can you do like a bit more earlier, like 2 days earlier, or move it up a bit?
Are you talking about the time that day, let's see?
Yes.
What time did you have in mind?
Well, exactly, not the time, I meant like the day. It's like in June 8th or...
Well, yeah, on that date, I do believe. I think you all voted on June 10th. So that's up to you all if you want to try to change that. But, you know, we do have to get that date firmed up because we have to get logistics in place.
There are more of you here today, so please discuss so that, you know, we can vote. You all can vote today with more of you here, and only commit to the date that you all plan to be there. Because we don't want to stick to June 10th and then none of you show up by any means.
True.
But,
that's true.
So please discuss that and what time would be best.
So let's said the 8th as a possibility. Let's everyone else think.
For me, I'm fine with any date since I'm free that entire week, as long as it's not the 6th. Can't do the 6th, but I'm open to anything. The only issue is that the 8th is, I believe it's a Wednesday. And so that just may be a bit more difficult because of, you know, it's a school and whatnot. After school activities may still occur, but for me, any day is fine. but I'm just proposing the like issue, which would be like after school activities and like having maybe homework or etc.
Did we discuss a time that we wanted to meet together for it? Because I think that would be crucial with like deciding on what day we should do it on.
I think
I don't think you all firmed up a time.
that we decided 5:30.
5:30.
We didn't firm up a time though, because there weren't that many of you all on the last meeting call. And so that's still open. You're right, Ava, 5:30 was discussed, but it wasn't like set in stone or anything. Really, like Jamie said, since there's so many of you now or more of you than the last meeting, this is a good time to talk about it if you want to change anything.
I think 5:30 may be a bit too late. I think if we move it to 4:45 is pushing it because obviously school and buses, transportation and whatnot. But I think 5 would be a pretty good like medium to meet.
I'm hectic with, I'm skeptical about moving it up anytime before June 10th, only because of graduation. I know that we have I have graduation practice as a junior marshal for Reynolds on June 9th. And so I think I think other schools have their own graduation practice as well within that week. So.
I have one question. Doesn't it have to be like during that last week of school? Or can it be done the same as before, like every fourth Tuesday? Or does it like have to be specifically during that week?
From what YAC talked about during the last meeting, people were trying to pick a time and date that would fall between graduations and prior to people going on vacations and things like that. That's what I recall.
Yes, because for me personally, I would love to go, but I'll be out of the country from June 9th to the 18th. So I was wondering if we can push it up a bit. If not, it's okay. I'll just miss the final meeting.
And you all remember this final meeting is actually going to be you all just celebrating the end of the year and the work that you put in this year. You know, there'll be refreshments and you all, YAC usually brings music and you all just have a good time and just relax and paint the wall with a theme that you want to resonate in the youth community here. And it's just really laid back. So everybody have on jeans or shorts or whatever, t-shirts, and you paint and you eat and you just enjoy one another in person.
I do have a suggestion. If we were to push this date back, is it possible to do, can we do it on a Saturday or a Sunday?
We're trying to stick to the week because weekends pose a whole other set of challenges for a lot of people. So we try to always do the youth expression wall during the week. Okay, then what about, I know it is soon and it may be a bit like last minute, but what about Friday, June 3rd? At Reagan, what I know, we don't have any sort of graduation preparation or anything. And I think that like it is near the end, but it's not totally at the end to where people may already be on vacation or have graduation or anything like that.
If we did June 3rd, I wouldn't be able to come because I have my own like dance recital for the end of the year. But that is possible if other people would like to do it on that day.
Okay, so how about let's make a list of in the chat when are we available and when are we not? If else we'll be all confused. So why not type it in the chat and then try to see who's available and who's not?
Okay, so just reading the chat. Giselle can do June 8th and June 9th. Nasi will be able to do any day before June 15th. Cameron can do any day except the 6th and the 12th. And then Ava can do any day except the 6th. And Litsy's also not available after June 9th. Oh, there's more. Daniel is available except on the 3rd, 7th, and 11th. So far, June 8th is seeming like the day that we're looking at.
Okay, so Addison, let's ask this. Is there anyone on who cannot do June 8th? Okay, so the time, you all said 5 o'clock. Is that doable? Can anyone not do 5 o'clock? Wow, so it looks like June 8th at 5 o'clock, but you all needs to make a motion and second, and we need to do a roll call vote since you're going to change the date.
I can make that motion. So I motion to change the date of the Youth Expression Wall end of the year celebration from June 10th at 5 o'clock to June 8th at 5 o'clock.
I second the motion.
Alrighty, it is approved.
Not quite.
Roll call vote. Roll call vote.
There you go. There you go.
Alrighty. Nasi Bangwini. Ava Banner.
Aye.
Jacob Taylor.
Aye.
Daniel Reyes.
Aye.
Litzy Oliveira.
Aye.
Cameron Allen.
Aye.
Giselle Guerrero.
Aye.
The ayes have it.
And Addison Truesy?
Oh, Addison Truesy, aye. Oh my gosh. Alrighty, the ayes have it. The motion is approved. So next on our agenda, it says Youth Advisory Council 2022-23. So
If everybody that is planning on being back next year could put their little like hand up in the corner, you know, like the Zoom hand. And I will be sending out information this week or next week about next year. So we just wanted to kind of get a good idea. So we have a lot of returners. That's awesome. And it looks like Cameron and Giselle will be the happy graduates. Awesome. Okay, great.
alrighty, so we have a couple reminders and some information. So the spring newsletter, I think we discussed that at the beginning of the meeting with, so I think that it was just, one person needed to send in what they wanted to do after graduating. So that's been talked about. Annual reports to council. Ava Banner and I will be doing that on June 14th. The June monthly meeting is now moved to June 8th at 5 o'clock. And then upcoming events other than that.
I would just like to add about the youth expression wall. Please work with however you all communicate outside of meetings to plan what you're going to put on the wall, so that way when you arrive at 5 o'clock, you kind of have an idea. That usually helps the team out when you get there. Usually takes a while to think about it. So that's why if you all can think about it prior, then that will help.
That's true, Jamie. That'll help a lot if you go ahead and think of the theme and what that could look like artistically.
I did have a question about the expression wall. Will the Youth Advisory Council themselves be painting the wall?
Yes.
Okay. And how long will we have, I guess, to like paint our idea on the wall?
You will have that evening. You will have that evening. So yes, bring friends. Thank you, Jamie. Bring your friends, especially if you have artistic friends who like to paint, who are really good at this type of thing. Feel free to bring them as long as they're youth, people in your age group or younger. Feel free to bring them.
And I did want to clarify on that, Miss Jamie. We can bring any of our friends really as long as they're youth. They don't have to be involved with YAC. They can just be, okay.
I think we've even picked people off the street that were youth to help us, and that's usually a goal. So
That's true. People will be walking by and they may ask what you all are doing, and they may be in your age group and they ask if they can pitch in to help. So that's happened. That's true. And
younger
also,
siblings.
don't forget that we do have Juneteenth and the Pride Festival coming up. So our department is, we will be out there with a booth at both of those events. They're both on the same day, actually. So I think the date is June the 18th, or is it the 17th, Jamie, this year?
18th.
18th, that's Saturday, yeah. Okay, so if anyone from YAC is interested in being there to give out information about Youth Council or give out giveaways, let us know, because we will be there, and we would welcome you all to be there as well. The other boards and commissions, your sister boards, some of them will be there and they'll work in shifts. We usually ask if people want to volunteer that they volunteer for at least an hour and a half, just giving away, like I said, maybe information about Youth Council and things like that. So if you're interested, let us know and we'll send out a reminder to you about those two events on that day.
Is there any way that you could send like a huge email with all this information to everybody on YAC?
Yes, that's what I just said.
Oh.
We'll send that so you all won't forget, and you'll have it and you can read it for yourselves. You can get the details.
All righty, perfect. Is there any more questions or comments about what we've discussed today?
I do have one question. I would like to ask, how are you going to communicate to talk about what we're going to paint on the wall? Are we going to like make a group chat, or are we going to like email each other? I just want to like know how we're going to communicate with each other about that.
I can get with Brooke and we can make a large group chat, and we can I can send out an email today to everyone asking for social media or whatever we want to discuss our way in, and we'll make a big group chat so we can all discuss ideas that we have. That way we can get everyone who is not here as well in on the ideas before we set anything.
And once you all agree, all that I ask is that you let us know so that we can make sure that it's, I know it'll be appropriate, but we do need to make sure that we review it and approve it before you all go with it that day. So just make sure somebody sends an email to me and to Jamie so that we know, okay?
All righty. If there's no other comments or questions, we can adjourn this meeting. Should I do a roll call for this?
Yeah, motion to adjourn.
I motion to adjourn this meeting.
Second that motion.
All righty, the meeting has been adjourned at 6:04.
Thank
All
you.
right, thank you all.
Great job, Addison, and thank you, Ava, for stepping up too.
We'll see you in a couple weeks.
All righty, bye everyone.
Bye.